Hey guys, it's MGTOW Academy, and I'm proud to say that I made it back safely from the Big Apple or New York, whatever you want to call it. I took some fantastic footage, by the way, in case you aren't looking at the screen yet. Just look on the screen right now. You'll see some fantastic, beautiful footage. I did all this myself. Very, very beautiful. This one right now, the very first clip you just saw was from the Empire State Building. I got some fantastic footage. Very beautiful, beautiful pictures and videos and all that sort of stuff. So the trip was wonderful. I separately posted the videos of the plane trips, of the aircraft trips. We flew on a JetBlue Airbus A320 both ways. Both ways were also very wonderful. And I posted those videos separately, and the links to those videos will be in the description box below. But there's a reason I posted this video. One, because I got some really, really awesome footage that I just wanted to share with you guys, and two, I saw some stuff that I wanted to share, and this isn't about. This is MGTOW related stuff, if you will. This isn't about improving yourselves. If that's what you're thinking, this is just some stuff to kind of well, you'll see. Okay, but it was just you'll see later. Okay, I don't want to exactly say it because that would kind of ruin everything. But besides the stuff that I'm going to talk about later, the trip was fantastic. We stayed in a really nice hotel. It was close to the subway, to a subway station. We went all over the place. We went to different places, especially Jackson Heights. That's like the Indian Bangladeshi area of New York. The food there, let me tell you, it was fantastic. On the last day for lunch, I ate this chicken roast. It was killer. I'm telling you, it was like one of the best stuff I've ever had. It was awesome. So if you guys haven't tried out Bangladeshi food yet, you should try it. It's not that bad. Pretty good, especially the chicken roast. But the food was fantastic. I got to see, all sorts of stuff. I just liked the thrilling environment. Everybody was, not everybody was happy because it's New York, but I was happy. I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed my trip. But now I got to get back to my normal life and get back to making MGTOW content and doing all that good stuff. But anyways, aside from aside from the stuff I'm gonna talk about later, on the subway, let me tell you something. When I'm at whenever I'm outside, doesn't matter if it's New York, doesn't matter if it's wherever. I always like to do this little game, if you will. It's kind of fun. So what I do is I ignore women, and that may sound strange, like what the heck, man? You call that a game? Well, if you're not doing anything, it's actually pretty interesting because you know what it's like when you're doing homework and a fly, like a fly, like the bug, it flies by. That's what it's like because it's so boring. There's nothing else to do. So what I like to do is I like to just ignore women and call me sexist, call me racist, call me whatever name you might want to call me, but it's fun and it's kind of got a point to it. So first of all, what I've noticed, and many other MGTOW men have noticed this, I've seen this in MGTOW forums and threads and all that before, is that when you ignore women, you like it's so funny. Like, first of all, they always look up. They always look up every now and then. I did this when I was walking down the street, when I was at the airport at LaGuardia, especially in the subway. The subway, let me tell you, that was fun. So, the most interesting part was in the subway. See, I would just sit down or I would stand. Let me tell you something. I'm not just some average. I'm not trying to brag or I'm not trying to be. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to be like that. But I'm just saying I am not some. I'm not handsome. But I'm certainly not ugly. Okay, and my face isn't but it's more of my physique, if you will. I do exercise a lot, and trust me, women notice. They notice the forearms, the veins that are freaking popping out. They notice the tricep muscles bulging out from the back. They notice the biceps. That's the best part about it. The biceps, not the female attention. That's just meh. Okay, but it gives you more respect when you're in public. But that's like what I noticed was that when I wasn't paying attention to them, they went crazy. I'm not talking about the hamster wheel in their mind. It was an overdrive, okay? especially the quote unquote good looking ones and the fake ones. So when I went to New York, there was a heat wave. We went to my uncle's apartment or house, whatever it is. Very nice guy, very nice guy. His family is very nice. His wife makes great food. Everything was great. All right. They're a nice family overall. So, anyways, when we were in New York, there was a heat wave. I'm sure many of you are aware of this. I'm not sure if it's still there, but when we were there, it was certainly there. It was like 100, 110 degrees. I think that's what it felt like. It was just, same to Florida, because I do live in Florida. So not much different, not much of a struggle for me. But, of course, women, they were wearing their shorts and all the exposing clothes and all that kind of crap. Yeah, I got a problem with that. You can wear whatever you want to, but of course, I don't blame them. It's hot weather, but to them, a side like a side bonus, if you will, to the hot weather is that they're able to wear shorts, and thus, as a result, they're able to attract more attention. So, they're all, at this point, they're always used to attention. They're used to guys always looking at them and this kind of crap. So when it's a hot day, and they're wearing shorts and all the exposing clothing, they're so used to every single guy looking at them. So when I was in the subway, I was like, let's keep your ego in check, women's. Let's keep your ego in check. So even though I am 14, I look like I'm 18. Look, when I'm outside, I get offered stuff to like blood drives and all that kind of stuff. I'm not even old enough for donating blood, yet they still offer it to me. So, and people have commented that, me before, that they thought I was like 20 or something, but I'm really 14. My voice is deep and I'm a bit tall-ish for my age. So there's that, right? Now, anyways, that's besides the point. So even like when a 14-year-old ignores a woman, they still go nuts. Okay, I would be standing there, grabbing onto the pole, looking down, looking up, and I also wanted them to know that I'm not just some guy who's giving away my attention to them for free. Guys who give their attention away to women for free, that shows that they don't value themselves. Okay, MGTOW value themselves. I see value in me, okay? I'm not just going to give you my attention. What have you given to me? Nothing. You haven't given anything to me, okay? Just because you wear some freaking shorts and a tank top or whatever it may be, I'm not going to give you my attention. No. You're not worth it. No. Call it sexist. Call it whatever you want. But no, you're not worth it. You're not going to get my attention. Okay? So, I just be sitting there on the seats, standing there, and I'm looking all over the place. I'm looking at my phone. I was listening to music. I was listening to, the subway rides, especially underground. They were long. And I didn't mind. I'm a patient guy. I don't like to spend time. I like seeing, I just like enjoying life, I just like enjoying every moment of it, I guess, if that makes sense. So I just enjoyed the subway and the fact that I haven't been on it in a long time, and I just enjoyed it. So I wasn't I wasn't giving off the vibe that I'm an antisocial guy. I was like, hey, this guy knows what he's doing, just walk confidently, know what you're doing, especially if you look good and dress good. In addition to that, I was just looking around, but the one thing that I didn't look at was the women's wearing the whatever outfits they're wearing. I would look down, look up, look around at the ceiling, look at the advertisements, which I'm going to talk about later. Oh crap, I spoiled it. No. So yeah, I'm going to be criticizing some advertisements that I saw later on into this video. But anyways, I would not look at them. Period. I would not. Okay? And I would just look around. Oh god, it was so fun. So fun. I'm sorry, but that was just one of the funnest. Is that even a word? That was one of the most fun games I've ever played in my life, and I made it up. So I'm gonna patent it. I'm gonna patent that game or whatever. So sitting there on the seat, standing up there, not giving my attention to them was beautiful, and it was like a certain pattern. First, they would not look at me, but they will look at an area close to me. They will look outside the window while keeping me in their peripheral vision, seeing what I was looking at, and then looking at me for a couple of seconds and looking back down at their phones, which they were mostly on. No surprise right there. Presumably getting more attention on social media from other males. What do you expect? Okay, so they were just doing that, and the more and more I ignored them as time went by. I swear to you, They got so, they were just like fidgeting around, and you know, I know this stuff. This is actually true. So like biology kind of stuff, psychology stuff. They were, I could see that they were trying to get my attention. Their feet were pointed towards me, showing that they were like open to me, trying to get my attention. I could see them flicking their hair. By the way, for those of you who don't know, when women flick their hair, it's like, I think it's like trying to show off their genealogy. I think is what it is. That's why women do that. It's trying to show that they have good genes or something. That's why women do that. So they were flicking their hair. It could be adjusting their shorts, or it's one of those dresses that come down really low or really high, you know, like to the thighs, those type of dresses. They're adjusting it, trying to get my attention. I'm like, nope. Just because you wear an outfit is not going to give me my attention. Okay, you have done nothing to me, and I will not give it to you. I'm not that, like, I held some self-respect. Okay, woman, I held some self-respect. Unlike the other guys that you meet that just give you attention because you have a vagina and you wear exposing clothing. No, you're not going to get it from me. And I'm not even old enough to, you know, date in that crap. But yeah, you still want attention from me. So that was an interesting game. You know, there was this one time, there was this chick, I was sitting down, right? I think this one was at 74th, right? I think that was at 74th Street. I may be wrong, but it was one of those, somewhere around that area, on the subway, right? I was sitting down, and then this woman came on. She was wearing like one of those short dresses that's practically a skirt because it comes down to like the mid thigh or upper thigh. It's one of those things, right? Came right in front of me, and I was sitting down, and she just stood there. She realized I wasn't giving her any attention. She realized that very quickly, and she tried to get more of it. So she tried to, like, as the train got more crowded, she quote unquote accidentally moved in front of me. You know, did the usual fixing the hair, adjusting the skirt thingy outfit that she was wearing. It was just beautiful. I'm not talking about her. I mean, she's probably fake. I'm talking about their reaction was beautiful. It was hilarious. So that was cool. And then the ferry. I went on the ferry. We went to Staten Island, and I should have shown you some footage already of me at Staten Island, or me going onto the boat. We didn't actually go on to Staten Island. On Staten Island, we just went on the boat ride for fun, just to get some good views. We saw the Statue of Liberty. We didn't actually go up to it, but we saw it from the boat. We got some good pictures from there as well. And, you know, that was just very nice, you know, to think that statue was what many people saw when they were immigrating to the United States, you know, centuries or years ago. I don't remember how long it was, okay? I'm not a historian, but that was just a really iconic thing, and to be able to see that in person, it just got me in awe, you know? Oh, yeah, and in addition to that, while I was in awe, not paying attention to the women's next to me, that got them even more nuts, because they were, you know, they were the ones that have, like, the tan bodies, wearing the short shorts, the tank tops, that crap. You know, not paying attention to them drove them absolutely nuts. Despite the fact that one of them was next to me with her husband or boyfriend. So, I just don't get that. That's just stupid. That's why I don't want to get a girlfriend, because they're just going to try to rob some. They're trying to, you know, play games with me and get attention from other men. So anyways, besides that, it was a very nice ferry. I enjoyed the boat ride. It was very, very nice. I was, I was cautious with my phone and all that, because I didn't want to drop it over the water. I'm not sure about you guys, but I just don't want to drop my expensive phone into the water. It's just not a smart thing to do. So I was trying to hold on to it really tightly and steady it using the balcony bar thingies on the edge of the ferry to stabilize it and just try to prevent it from falling over. But, you know, I still got some great footage and some great pictures. So I hope you guys enjoyed the pictures and footage that I took. But, yeah, while I was inside one of the ferry terminals, this was the one not in Staten Island. This is the one, like, I don't remember where it was. Okay, the whole, like, that day was a blur because we did so much in one day. It was super fun, yeah. But inside the ferry terminal, we had to, like, wait in line. So there's these big sliding doors open, and then you walk outside, and then the boat docks there, and these, like, two cement walkways. They like lower down. They like lower down onto the ferry, and you would walk on. So while we were waiting inside, Um, I saw to my left and inside my peripheral vision, there were two women. They were teenagers, but older than me. Right? They were shorter than me, but I could tell that they were older than me. I didn't look at them directly, but within my peripheral vision, I could just tell. Magic, right? So I just stood there, did nothing, did not say nothing to them. I talked to my family and all that, but I didn't say anything to them, right? So the more and more that I stood there, and the more and more that I ignored them, the more and more that they tried to get my attention. So initially when I walked up with my family to stand there, right? One was like to my left, but in front of me, and one was behind me, but also to my left. So the more, like, after maybe 30 seconds of standing there, the one from behind me walked up so that so that she was like right next to me to try to get my attention. And did she get my attention? Of course she did not. So no, of course no, she didn't get my attention. Of course not, right? And she just kept standing there, playing with the hair, doing all the kind of usual crap to get my attention. Then looking over to the right side, looking over my head, and to pretend to be looking at something else. Well, she's trying to see if I'm looking at her. No, I'm not looking at you, woman. Once again, you did nothing to me, and I will not pay attention to you because you didn't do nothing, so you're not gonna get my attention. So the more and more I ignored them, once again, it was just beautiful. The reaction, not them. The reaction was beautiful, not them. Right? So they were there. They're trying to pretend to be on their phones, doing stuff, and I think they were even checking their hair. It's ridiculous because when you don't look at them, they're like, "Oh my God, I knew it. I didn't do my hair right. I didn't do my hair. I should have worn that shirt today. Oh my God. Oh my God." Their mind goes into an overdrive, and it's ridiculous. And I love it. Not them, the reaction. That's what I love, right? So that was just absolutely fun. I had a great time, and that's partly why I miss, being in New York. That was so fun. Walking down the street with that confident look, always looking up ahead, like looking straight up ahead, but looking up, right? And I'm not, like I said, I'm not some weak freaking antisocial guy. I am a very social guy, and I'm not like gonna be mean to women. I'm not gonna be a dick. One thing I want to clarify is that just because I don't give women attention doesn't mean that I'm mean to them. It doesn't mean that I'm gonna act rude to them. I will still treat anybody nicely. Okay, I still will, but. And it's like, I'm not going to like give you my attention and simp out to you. I'm not going to be like a beta male or beta male, however you say it. I'm not going to be like that. So, walking down the street, just looking straight up and not looking at any of the women wearing the short shorts and all the exposing clothing. Nope. Didn't give it to you. Nope. So there was that, and I saw them just trying to cross paths in front of me. Try to get my attention. I was like, yeet, and I dodged them, like I was playing football. So it's like, okay, not literally, but I just like went out of their way. Like I was making it clear, like, no, I'm not gonna give you my attention. No matter how many times you try to walk past me, walk in front of me, walk across, I'm not gonna give it to you, woman. Okay, I don't know who you are, and I never will see you again in my life, probably. So why would I want to give you my attention? That's actually some good advice. Why would you pay attention to somebody if you're never gonna see them again? I mean, that doesn't make sense. All right, so. Oh, yeah, another thing. Going back to the Empire State Building, right? When we were standing in line, so for those of you who haven't been there, you walk in, right? And you go through a long, winding line. So it's like a line that's inside, it winds around, right? And there were a couple girls my age. Some were even older. Some was like, there's this one woman, she was with her husband. I'm assuming she's like 30, maybe 40. I can't really tell because makeup, right? Anyways, they're not that bad looking, but that's besides the point. I don't really judge that much on looks. Looks can only go so far, am I right? So, I ignored them, as usual, looked up straight ahead and did my usual, just, I'm not antisocial, I'm completely confident, but I'm not going to pay attention to you. I did that thing, as always. And the more and more that I did it, it was just like their reaction, they're trying to get their attention from me. It was wonderful. Wonderful, I tell you. And I looked up, I looked down, looked all around, except for them. I didn't look at them. I looked up, around, but not them, right? Their reaction was beautiful. So, like I said, the line was winding. So that means that I would pass them like every time I winded through the line, right? It's like a snake, if that makes sense. The line was like a snake. It's winding from side to side. So we were walking through the line, and as I walked past them, every time they would try to get my attention more and more, playing with their hair, doing all this. Nope, you're not going to get it, woman. Okay. So, there was that. And the Empire State Building, by the way, was wonderful. We went up this elevator, and the cool thing about it was that the elevator took us up so high so when we go in the elevator, we look up, right? And on the roof of the elevator and the ceiling of the elevator, there's like these screens. And then they just give like a little brief history thing or whatever of the Empire State Building and talk about the facts and all that kind of crap. It was really nice. And I was like one of those situations where you're not breathing that much. You're just in awe. So when we got to the top, my ears popped. Not like the painful, but you could just feel it pop. Like that's how high we were. You could feel the pressure change. Same thing coming down. Like when you walked out the elevator, you felt that pressure change in your ear. That was how high we were. That was just awesome. So we got some fantastic views up there. And we were actually higher than some airplanes going to JFK and LaGuardia. We were higher than some helicopters. And some helicopters were higher than us, but we were still very, very close to the helicopters. It was just a wonderful experience. Just wonderful. So, yeah, there was that. Okay, so, is there anything else I want to say? No, that should be it. So, yeah, overall, the New York trip was very, very nice. I did break my glasses. Oh, yeah, by the way, I was going to say that. Even though that I wasn't paying attention to these women, I looked like a dork, right? On the screen right now, there's a picture of me. Well, there's a picture of my glasses, not me, all right? No face reveal in the near future, that's for sure. I got to protect my identity, right? But my glasses, they were broken, right? And the things that connect the lens to your ear, the part that bends and folds, I'm not sure what it's called. I had it taped to the glasses, so I look like an idiot with duct tape on my glasses, But despite the fact of me looking like a fool, not paying attention to these women was like, it was just like, wow. Like their reaction, despite me looking like a dork, was just wow. That was interesting. I was honestly surprised that they actually cared about my attention, despite me looking like a dork. But hey, whatever. They're good luck understanding women. Nobody has understood them yet. Nobody has fully understood them yet. So yeah, whatever. That's just that. Oh yeah, I also got a bicep sprain. I overdid it at the gym, and I got a bicep sprain, primarily in my left arm, but it is a lot better now. Back then, I couldn't even fully extend it. I tried to fully extend my tricep muscle to give my arm, to make my arm straight. I couldn't even do it, but now it's a lot better. So, the bicep sprain kind of sucked. I walked around a couple of days with my left arm. It's primarily my left arm. With my left arm, just like kind of bent, and I looked really weird. But after some self-therapy, massaging and loosening it up the muscle and some Tylenol, I got better. So that's good. Quick recovery, right? I can fully flex my arm now. There's barely any, it's like very, 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 very minimal pain there. And I'm all good. I'm going to give some rest to my arms to let them recover just a bit, then I'll get back to my regular exercise routine. And I was good. So, yeah, there was that. Now, that was my New York trip. It's pretty nice. Now, let's get to the criticism part that I actually wanted to talk about. All right, so let me go ahead and put the first image on the screen for you guys. All right, so before I get to that first image, I'm sure, as you guys may have noticed, I wasn't able to give you guys a picture of my broken, taped up glasses. So sorry, but I kind of accidentally deleted the pictures because I'm MGTOW Academy. I do stupid things. But anyways, here is the picture that I was telling you guys about. This is the first one of, I think I got 3. So this one says, if I'm too much, maybe you're not enough. Now, hey. Maybe I'm just overanalyzing some advertisement that I saw on the subway. But I see a bit more to this. Like, this is just part of a bigger problem, in my opinion, and let me explain why. These type of ads basically it promotes a narcissistic toxic attitude in women, you know? And hey, maybe I am just going nuts over a freaking Subway ad I saw on the, what was it, the number 7? It was the local. Yeah, we didn't take the express. This is the 7 local. So I saw this on the number 7 local train. And then I saw these on a couple of cars, right? A couple of the Subway cars, I saw these ads. And these ads, they just, like as soon as I saw those, I was like, oh, this is the type of stuff that promotes the narcissistic culture, because ads are targeted towards women a lot. The majority of advertisements that you see, they're going to be aimed at women more often than not. That's just how things work. That's just advertisement for you. So when they see these advertisements that basically say, hey, you're a princess, you're a queen, you can go ahead and do whatever you want to do, they're going to do it, because that's what these ads promote. They always, it just gives off a narcissistic vibe, creates that toxicity. Yeah, this is the type of stuff that, I don't really like, So you guys can share your thoughts on these in the comments below, but I just think that this is just wow. I was surprised to see these ads, but then again, I wasn't surprised. It's one of those situations like, it's like you're surprised, but at the same time, you're not surprised. So these ads, like I said, they just promote toxic culture, toxic attitudes, narcissistic attitudes, narrow-mindedness, all that sort of stuff. It's what adds to the princess treatment, because it's always our fault. If we say that you're too much, maybe it's just that we're not enough. Just ignore the possibility that you're like legit too much. Ignore that. You're perfect. It's the man's fault. So let's go ahead and move on to the next photograph that I've taken on my phone. Yep, I hit the end record button a bit too early, but that's okay. So the next photo here is by the company. I don't think I mentioned it before, but the company that's putting out these ads, I think it's pronounced Il Maquillage, something like that. Anyways, whatever. I mean, that's some good advertisement stuff right there, marketing wise, because it's surely going to get some people to buy their stuff. Next one says, you say extra like it's a bad thing. Well, that just, that's, I guess that's just for selling their products. Doesn't have anything to do with narcissism or attitudes, in my opinion. It's just about getting more products sold. That's how I see it. Because, buying extra makeup, it's not a bad thing. It's all okay. It's all good. But also, I like to give my personal opinion on this. So the extra thing, like it's a bad thing. What this advertisement is saying. I think it is, in a certain way, a bad thing. Because I don't know about you guys, but I don't prefer to date Barbie dolls. Like, I like human-looking women, not something that looks like a plastic Barbie doll with like tons of makeup on their face. That's just my personal preference. I don't know about you guys, but I just don't like dating Barbie dolls. So yeah, extra is sort of a bad thing in my opinion. Share your opinion on that in the comment section below. Now we're going to be moving on to the last and final. Oh wait, I think there's one or two more. I believe one or two more photos that I have that I'd like to go over before I end this video. So let's go ahead and move on to the next one. And here is our second to last photo. This is the last one by that makeup company, Il Maquillage. So anyways, this image here, I tried to fit it all into the screen as best as possible. Don't worry, you're not missing out on anything vital. Anyways, it says, who wants to be low maintenance anyway? I gotta agree with you. I just absolutely love high maintenance women that drain you with energy, have a horrible narcissistic attitude that nobody likes. I just love that type. It's just me. So let's see. The small paragraph thing there, it's kind of hard to read what the glitter says. Listen. Okay, so it says, and since when is owning a single lightly tinted chapstick a good thing? To whomever started this no fuss trend, with all due respect, we'd cry for you, but our mascara is too damn expensive, which is why we will be bold and unapologetic as we champion the spirit of all the confident, successful women who are equal parts swagger and substance. The kind of women who know exactly what they're worth and demand to be treated accordingly. So, well, this is like a mixture of promoting the narcissistic attitude and selling more products for the company. So, what is it? Since when is owning a single lightly tinted chapstick a good thing? I think it's a great thing. I don't I mean, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with wearing makeup, but too much of it, yeah, that is a bad thing. It's not a trend. You see, this is why they're still looking at this from a business perspective. You can see how they're using the word no fuss trend. This isn't about trends, okay? This is about what looks good and what doesn't look good. You can clearly tell that this is more of a marketing thing, but it's also going to promote a narcissistic attitude and all that kind of stuff. So that's why they see it as a trend. It's not a trend. It just looks good. So in those, I'm not sure if you noticed yet, but those like the black circle things, those are people's faces, and I don't want to get charged with I don't know, sexual harassment or whatever, but that's my 10 out of 10 professional, with any quotation marks, editing, because I don't want to show their faces. And then what else, oh yeah, bold and unapologetic. That's the narcissistic attitude that I was telling you guys about for the past couple of minutes. The type of women who think that being bold and unapologetic and unique is like attractive. Here, let me make a little announcement to you guys. It's not attractive. I am not attracted to people who have a toxic attitude like that. Okay, I'm not trying to confuse women who are unique, who have a unique talent, with these toxic type of people. I'm not trying to say that. I'm trying to say that people who are bold and unapologetic and just want attention, that's not what I'm attracted to. It's just not me, and a lot of men aren't attracted to that. Just saying. Then what else? Successful women. Man, these ads are really, really interesting. So share your thoughts on these in the comments below. I got another quick ad that I want to go over with you guys before I end the video, so let me go ahead and pull that one up onto the screen. Alright, so this is one of those poem type of ads. It says, there was once a man called Hank who sent money to the bank. He got hit with bad rates, couldn't afford dates, and now he's single and lonely. So a couple things to point out here. First of all, the double standards. So if we switch the genders so that it was a woman and then she couldn't afford dates and then she would be single and lonely, all of a sudden everybody's going after the company, and well, yeah, you know what would happen, all right? We all know what would happen if someone criticizes the almighty vagina. Remember that you can't criticize the ones in control. I'm sure some famous person said that who's really, 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 really smart, but I don't know who, but it's a smart dude, right? So you can't criticize the ones in control. Now, of course, just the double standards right there. If a man is single and lonely, if he's single, he's lonely, he's a virgin loser, he's a loser, that kind of stuff, the common narrative. If a woman's lonely and single, she's a strong and independent woman, that sort of feminist propaganda. It's everywhere. You just can't ignore it. So just keep in mind with the double standards, that's everywhere around us. This is an example. And that's it for this video, guys. Yeah, please share your thoughts on this stuff in the comments section below. Alright, guys, that's going to conclude this video. I'm sorry that it was a bit longer than I'd expected. It's like, 30-something minutes long. Sorry it took so long, but whatever. As long as you guys cared about my analysis on the whole Subway advertisement thing, that's all I really cared about. I had a great time in New York, and I can't wait to go back again. But I've got some stuff ahead of me. First of all, I'm starting my freshman year of high school. That's right. I have been, quote unquote, going my own way since I was like 13-ish. So that would be the summer between 7th and 8th grade. Now I am studying high school. That is 9th grade. I'm going to be a freshman. So, I got some interesting stuff for the channel and for my podcast coming up. So be sure to stay tuned for that. Don't just abandon my channel, because now the good stuff should be coming into my channel. That's where the good stuff comes. So be sure to stay tuned, guys, for upcoming content. By the way, this photo on the screen right now, it's the picture I took of a thunderstorm that was developing over the Atlantic Ocean off the coast of Florida. On our flight back, we were flying out from LaGuardia to Orlando. And no, I do not live in Orlando. I do live in Central Florida, just not Orlando. Orlando was like the closest airport to us, so we had to drive a while to get there. So no, we do not live in Orlando. Sort of close to it, but sort of not. All right. I just live in Central Florida, so don't try to dox me or whatever. But anyways, it was a very nice flight. I love airplanes, of course. Hopefully I'll be in the flight deck someday. But until then, I can just savor my flights as a passenger. So anyways, guys, lots of good stuff coming to the channel. So be sure to stay tuned. If you like the stuff that I'm putting out, please do consider a subscription to the channel. I would really appreciate it. And be sure to check out my podcast show, the MGTOW Academy Show, on iTunes, Google Play, iHeartRadio, Stitcher Radio, whatever platform you may want to check it out on. It's there. All right. So be sure to check it out, guys. And remember that it's a very dangerous world out there. So be sure to keep taking your daily doses of red pills and to stay safe. Everybody, this is MGTOW Academy signing off.
Alright guys, we safely arrived at Orlando. It was a nice flight. Had some nice thunderstorms as we came in for our approach. Very beautiful. Right now time is, what is it? Almost 2 o'clock. So we're trying to find the car right now because we kind of lost it. But it was a nice flight. So hope you guys like this video. It was certainly different. I enjoyed it and I had a great time in New York, but I got to get back to my normal schedule. So I'll see you guys soon.